Hello everybody, my name is Usually Explosive, and welcome to the next episode of the Northampton career mode. So, as I moved from my last game, it was soon time for the next, and it was against Rotherham. I'd just like to apologise for any background noise, but yeah. We go straight into the first game. We're quite early on, and after this long brawl in the middle of the park, it's backwards and forwards. I think they more dominate this battle in the middle of the park. I finally come to have my chance, and I don't end up taking it, but there was still hope. I then started to get some pressure, but kept them out with some top class, clean tackles like this one from Artel. So after that class tackle, they tried to play very technical, but their free kick turned out as good as Ronaldo's. It was apparent when it was going to be a very long game, where not even the tank Akinfenwa could break their defence down. Half time arrived at 0-0. I was still confident of how it was going to end, and I felt that I was really going to give it to them in the second half. I felt it was time to really give it to him, so when I get the ball off this attack, I think I'm going to try and score. So after that completely ridiculous penalty, it was time to really pound into them, so I piled on chance after chance after chance. I even tried this, where I go for a complete stunner from the halfway line. Doesn't quite work out just how I want. I then pause for a quick tactical wank and a readjust of my position before re-entering the game. After this chance here, where Hackett cuts inside really well and starts to give them lots of problems, and then we miss the open goal header at maybe a bit of an awkward angle. Then we come in, Akinfenwa, and then Nichols for a wonderful goal, but then puts it wide. I realised luck wasn't going my way, but it was time. At 82 minutes, I realised there was only one man who could save me. One man for the job. And after a messy, mazy run, a couple of 1-2s, and a tank run through the defence, I score. Akinfenwa. So yeah, and the game finished 1-1. I managed to pull it back after completely dominating. A bit of bad luck really, but what can you do? And it was on until the next game. We start off against Dagenham exactly how I planned after a petty draw and it wasn't long later until this attack with a lovely build-up, and the cross leads to the thumb head of Akinfenwa, who can just not stop scoring, and a possible early goal of the season contest. They then got rage and missed this one-on-one. But now it was time for a really nice build-up counter-attack. A bit of pace and a bit of strength shown by Akinfenwa leading up to it, and then a silky finish into the bottom corner for his second of the game. It was 2-0 at half-time with a solid shift from the lads, more to come in the second half. From kick-off, we built up to this point and earned a penalty. With 2 goals to his name, there was only one man who could take it, one man who could take the responsibility of this. It was Akinfenwa. To make it his second hat-trick of the season, he tucks it away nicely. A defensive blunder leads to a simple number 4 for us, and Akinfenwa, and seals the game. And as the game drew on, they applied a little bit more pressure by missing a second one-on-one. But it wasn't long until they got on another attack and tucked away this goal to make it 4-1, but the game was still without a doubt mine. And instantly after, it was now my turn to show them what I was made of, with probably the funniest goal I've seen in FIFA 13 so far, with this blunder. The game then finished 5-0, and I was very proud of the boys as this was probably their best performance so far of the season. So as I prepared for the next game, I received an email. As I opened this email, I was just being in shock. I can defend one, no! So I put plat on and got on with it. It's the final game of the episode, and we start off against Bournemouth. And a goal in the first chance of the match via Nichols, and that is genuinely it for the half with nothing else. Half time arrived, and it was 1-0 to me against Bournemouth. This was in the Capital One Cup, which I forgot to mention. It was 60 minutes in when Guttridge lets off this absolute ripper of a strike, which is converted by Nichols for his second of the match, and would have been a definite goal of the season if Guttridge had landed that. But still 2-0, and I think the victory was in sight. And it was definitely in sight when Demantanak got away with his 90 sprint speed and sets up Hackett for a nice low volley into the bottom corner, 3-0. So as the game finished 3-0 and we were successfully through the next round of the Capital One Cup, it was now time to make some signings. So I searched for some OAPs and I found this very good man. He's 37 and he's called David Beckham, and I'll be surprised if you haven't heard of him. So I thought, well, I might as well go for him because he's going to be retiring soon. It would be good to say I had David Beckham at the club. So I tried to sign him. As you can see here, I put in a 130 grand offer because I haven't got much money. I also put in an offer for Nesta, but I didn't include that. I wanted to offer him a player, and I can't actually remember who I offer him. I think I offer him Snedker. Yeah, I think I do. So I've given them a decent offer. So I'm thinking, here I am, I'm going to get David Beckham because he's going for that amount of money. But as I go on, I realise that we're a very poor team and we can't afford his wage. As you can see, we've got minus 21 grand if I try and pay his wage. So yeah, it wasn't a successful buy, and we didn't end up buying someone because, as you're coming up in a minute, you will see the transfer deadline day has ended. And that has been it for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's awesome episode. Really, we've really made some progress, and it's probably the most edited one so far. I've tried to get more clips in for you guys and make it as long as possible. So this is 3 games with as many clips as I could get in, so I don't want to hear any make it longers because I'm trying to make it as long as I can. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and if you head over to the Sheep Herders channel, I'm going to be posting on there in a little bit, basically to say something for Billy, because something's happened with him. But that's for that channel. This is this channel. Please be sure to subscribe and to like the video, and until next time, toodle-doo, my friends.